Hello, all. Good evening.
Good evening.
Hello, good morning, good evening.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. Welcome to the session today. Hope you all can hear me. Can you guys confirm once? Am I audible?
Yes, audible.
Yeah, it's audible.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Good evening, everyone. So let us start the first demo. of introduction to the Google Cloud Platform, and we will try to see few things today. Let me not bore you with a lot of things today. Let me gonna try to give you what is Google Cloud Platform and how we can able to interact with the different services with the Google Cloud Platform. As we now know, in this particular course, we are going to cover both Google Cloud Platform as well as Azure Cloud Platform. Both of the clouds we are going to getting perfect, so that multiple opportunities that we can able to go for. So that is the main aim of this course. So first few sessions we are going to see the Google Cloud Platform, and after that we are going to cover the Azure. So this is what is the plan, guys. So I'm going to start with what is Google Cloud Platform for now. After Google Cloud Platform and its data engineering tools are completed, we are going to enter into the Azure Cloud Platform. So that is what is the plan, right? So first, what is Google Cloud Platform? Can you guys tell me what is Google Cloud Platform? What usually the cloud platforms provide us? Anyone? What usually the cloud platforms provide us?
Accessing the compute network and storage services
Services.
over internet.
Correct. Correct. Perfect. So tell
Service
me,
as a
yeah, tell me how many cloud platforms you aware of it?
Azure,
Azure,
AWS,
Google
Okay.
Cloud
AWS,
Platform,
AWS, Azure, and
GCP,
GCP,
Correct. So
Sales,
you might
Alibaba Cloud.
correct.
Salesforce, Alibaba.
Correct. Salesforce, yes, mainly. So if you look at it, so we have AWS, we have a Azure, and we also have a Google Cloud Platform. We also have a multiple other cloud platforms like Alibaba and Salesforce, and Informatica Cloud is also there. So
IBM.
multiple cloud. Yes, IBM is also there. Yes. So, but if you actually look at it, these are the three leading cloud providers which actually takes the most of the market related to the cloud platforms. So I can call them as a leading cloud providers. So these are my cloud providers. In a simple words, what are these cloud providers provides us, sir, if you ask me? Sir, in a layman words, what these cloud providers provides us? So if you ask me, these are going to provide you the cloud computing services. These are going to provide you the cloud computing services. Sir, what are these cloud computing services? Usually, we might have seen every company will be having plenty of the projects. For example, if I take a one company, every company will be mainly works with help of the multiple projects. They will be having some kind of a client, and from the client they will be getting multiple projects. So if you wanted to complete, or if you wanted to succeed, or if you wanted to fulfill the project requirement, fulfill this requirement in any project, you need some kind of a computation, right? So every company, if you wanted to work, right, so you need to fulfill the project requirements, then only your project gets succeeded. So if a company wanted to fulfill their requirements, for example, sir, I am working in a data engineering project. So in a data engineering world, you may have to collect the data, or store the data, or process the data, or analyze the data. So whatever the things that you wanted to do it. 1 minute, guys. Okay, sorry guys. So in every project, for example, if I take a typical data engineering project, in a data engineering project, you may have to collect the data, store the data, process the data, or analyze the data, or visualize the data, many other things, right? So many things you wanted to do it. And similarly, in a application project, you may have to create an application code, build the application, deploy the application, or scale the application, or many other things. Similarly, when you are working in a networking project, if this particular project is networking, you may have to create the networking components such as the subnets, nets, as well as load balancers, many things. You may have to create components and build them, deploy them, and according to that, you need to scale them, right? Similarly, when you are working in an ML project, you have to build the ML application, register the application, and deploy the application, and you need to take care of the maintenance also. So for every project, if you look at it here, every project has their own requirements. Every project has their own requirements. For every project, if you wanted to fulfill it, for example, sir, I wanted to store the data. Tell me, guys, where we can store the data? If you are working in a company, where you can store the data?
Database.
You
In
can
database.
store databases. Perfect. What if I have a large amount of a data with me? I have a large amount of a data. Where I can store it?
Cloud or
Data
storage
warehouse or
cloud.
data lake.
On-prem.
Right? There
On-prem.
are multiple solutions. Correct. Servers. There are multiple solutions, sir. Sir, if I have a 100 GB, I can store it in some server. If I have a 1 terabyte of a data or 1 petabytes of the data, so that's where the data is becoming huge, that I cannot, as a person, I cannot manage it. Or as a server, I cannot manage within the server. So that's where you are looking for a different solution where it could store any amount of data. Similarly, you wanted to create an application. That application requirement is that not to support a few users, but to support plenty of the users, such as every day we are using the Netflix, right? So whenever you use such kind of an applications are right, so you need a lot of computation. You need a lot of computation, whether it could be a storage or whether it could be a processing, right? So if you wanted to do any kind of an activity in the project, you need two things, guys. One is the manpower, one more is resource power. Manpower is nothing but the developers. The resource power is nothing but the infrastructure, or infra power also you can call. So that is nothing but the computation. So if you wanted to do such a kind of a things, what cloud platforms are going to do is that they are going to provide you the cloud computing services for your requirement. So if one wanted to process the data, so you don't need to worry about it. There is a dedicated services for processing the data. So you don't need to worry about storing the data. There are dedicated services for storing the data. So what you have to do, so you don't need to, for example, assume that, sir, I wanted to store some 100 GB of the data. Tell me, guys, from the scratch, assume that I am going to give you some 100 GB of the data. Tell me, how do you store it?
First, we will define the structure of the storage,
Okay.
like from which path for which particular folder we have to dump the data.
Okay.
Then, if possible, we will streamline a script
Okay.
where the extraction and transformation and the loading.
No, that's fine. That's fine. But I wanted to focus on how do you store this data. Assume that I'm giving you 100 GB of the data now. I want you guys to store it. Where do you store it, guys? Please tell me.
Store in the disk.
Store it in the disk. Okay. Store it in the disk. So tell me, if I wanted to store it in the disk, so how much I can store? Can I be able to store 100 GB?
Yeah, you can
Yes.
store.
It
Okay.
depends upon
It
the
depends on the
storage
disk size.
capacity we have in
Okay.
the disk.
So what if I give you 100 terabytes of the data? Will you be able to store?
There
No,
will be a limit.
No, we cannot store. So what we are saying is that, so there is always a limitation. So even though, for example, if you wanted to store it in the some machine or a disk, what you have to do, you have to purchase that particular thing. So I'm gonna tell you guys, I wanted to tell you the difficulties from the scratch. I have to purchase that machine or a server or whatever the disk you call it as, right? Whether it is a server or whatever it is. If it is a machine or a server, what we have to do, guys? We have to install the operating system, yes or no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And on top of the operating system, you have to install some kind of a libraries,
Mm.
right? On top of that, if you wanted to do it Wi-Fi or networking or whatever it is, you need to do some kind of a networking installations also, networking components. Then only you can able to store it from another to here. That is second thing. And you need to take care of the backup. And for this machine, you have to assign the storage. Sorry, storage is first, and after that backup. Assign the storage to the machine, and then configure the backups, and any other maintenance. Okay, maintenance also. And then once you have everything, then you will be able to go for this. So once all of these things are ready, then only you can go for the then only you can go for the storing this 100 GB of the data. Then you think about, I'll go and store it here, 100 GB or 100 terabytes or whatever it is, you store it here. So this is what happens. So if you wanted to store 100 GB of the data, you have to purchase some machines and install the operating system, libraries, networking components, assign the storage, and many things. Even more will also be there, but I am going to tell you high level here. Similarly, if it is 100 GB, one machine is enough. What if it is 200 GB, two machines, 300 GB, three machines, 400 GB, four machines. So that means a lot of machines, you are ending up purchasing it and installing it, connecting together and maintaining that entire ecosystem is a very, very, very difficult task. Yes or no?
Yes.
Right. So that's where managing the infrastructure become one of the tedious task for the companies. So that is the reason, in another words, they were looking for an alternative solution. They were looking for an alternative solution. They don't want it to, because it is not 100 GB, 1 terabyte, 1 petabyte of a data in the companies. A huge exabytes of the data also they have. So they wanted to store a lot of data. So for that one, they don't want to do all such kind of a things, which is not only time taking. Tell me guys, it is not only time taking, but also a lot of effort has to be put. And one more is lot of money we have to spend here. So these are the challenges when you are working. This is what we call as a traditional way of working. So when you are taking care of all of these things on your own, so this entire process we usually call it as a traditional methodology. So this is called as earlier people, if you go 10 years 10 years before, people were working on this traditional method, traditional way of working. So the companies and employees were working in this particular methodology called as a traditional. People also call it as a on-premises on-prem. People also call it as a traditional method or a on-premises way of working. So when you're working in an on-premises or a traditional, you have to take care of all of the things on your own, which is having a lot of challenges such as time taking, effort taking, and money taking also. So that's where they were looking for an alternative solution. So that's where the cloud platforms came into the picture. So Azure came into the picture, AWS and GCP also. These are the cloud providers came into the picture. What they say is that you don't need to worry about the infrastructure now. You don't need to worry about the infrastructure now. You come to us and you go to any cloud platform. There is a simple storage services are available. Either you can call it as a S3. They started providing you the cloud computing services. They started providing you the cloud computing services, and these services are very useful for the companies to store or process or analyze or anything. In a simple words, they are providing you the S3 for storing the data and GCS for storing the data, or if you go to the Azure, you have a ADLS for storing the data. So now you do not have a limit. You can just go and dump whatever the amount of a data that you wanted to store, and you don't need to worry about purchasing it. You don't need to worry
I
about
have a
purchasing.
small doubt here. Can I?
I'll give you time, please.
Yeah.
I'll give you time. Right? So you don't need to purchase the machines. You don't need to install the operating system. You don't need to worry about the libraries. You don't need to worry about the networking components. You don't need to assign the storage. You don't need to configure the backups, and you don't need to worry about the maintenance. You can directly go for the storage. You can directly go for the storage. How do we do that, sir? Let me go to the Google Cloud Platform and show you. For example, sir, I have a data with me. So what I'll do, so I have a cloud storage. I have a cloud storage. So we call it as a simple cloud storages. And you go to any of the container or a bucket. You just, for example, I go to this bucket and I wanted to store some data. You click on upload. You click on upload. Just store anything. Sir, I wanted to store all of these files. Simple. But if you wanted to store such a kind of a data, if it is a very huge amount of a data, you need to do a lot of things on your local machine, a lot of things that you have to take care of in your own, but that is not required when you're working in the cloud. So that is the reason cloud computing services become very, very, very important for the companies. So they are going to reduce the time. Not only reducing the time, the effort is very less. People were working on a lot of days and a lot of effort is putting into making everything ready. Now you don't need to worry about everything because the cloud platforms are taking care of all of these things. So less time, less effort, less money. So that's the reason why companies are moving towards the cloud platforms, and it is because of this reason only. Less time, less effort, less money. So the same activity that they are doing it before and now also, but now with a less time taking, less effort taking, less money spent. So that's the reason most of the companies, almost 70% of the companies throughout the world started moving to the cloud, and the leading cloud providers are AWS, Azure, and GCP. So what are they? Sir, these are the leading cloud providers. What they do for us, sir? They provide you the cloud computing services to you. So what, sir, I wanted to collect the data. Yes, you have a service for that. I wanted to store the data. Yes, sir, you have a service for that in the cloud. Sir, I wanted to process the data. Yes, you have a service. Analyze the data. Yes. Build the machine learning application. Yes. Deploy the application. Yes. Create a component. Yes. Scaling the application. Yes. Whatever you name it. So cloud platforms become robust and they started providing you a different services, a set of services for you to fulfill your project requirement, whatever the requirement it is. Whatever the requirement it is, they started providing you the different set of services, so that the companies are making use of these services to fulfill their project requirements, so that they are getting succeeded in these projects with a very less span of time. Right? So that is what a faster delivery cycle got improved because of these clouds. Okay, so this is what is why we need the cloud platform, I would like to tell you. And two things I have told you here. Why we need the cloud platforms? Because the reason is this one: less money, less effort, less time. The second one is, what is Google Cloud Platform? Also, I have told you. If you look at it here, sir, Google Cloud Platform is one of the leading cloud provider. They provide you the cloud computing services for the multiple companies so that they can fulfill their project requirements. So this is what is a simple definition. So Google Cloud Platform is one of the leading cloud provider which provides you the cloud computing services which are very useful for the organizations to build the application, deploy the application, or collect the data, store the data, process the data, whatever they require to fulfill their project requirements. So that is what is a Google Cloud Platform, everyone. I hope it is making sense now. What is Google Cloud Platform? You can also see here now. So Google Cloud Platform is a suite of cloud computing services provided by the Google that offers a range of products and solutions to help the organizations build the application, deploy the application, and scale the applications and services in the cloud. And sir, why companies are using? It is because these services are reliable. These services are secure and scalable, and that enables businesses to leverage the power of Google's extensive global network and data centers. Even in India also, we have 2 data centers for the Google Cloud Platform. Sir, if you ask me where, we have a data centers in Mumbai and we have a data centers in Delhi also for the GCP. Okay, so these services are very reliable. So no one is going to use your services if they are not reliable and secure. So these services are comparatively secure and reliable and scalable also. And these are available within your region also. So in our region, in our nearby, we have the 2 data centers in Mumbai as well as Delhi as well. So this is what is Google Cloud Platform, sir. Sir, can you name few of the services that the GCP is offering? Sir, can you name few of the services that the GCP is offering? If you ask me, sir, it is providing you a category of the services. So if I say compute, in a compute, they are providing you the compute engine, app engine, container engine. Sir, if I say big data, it is providing you the BigQuery, Cloud Data Flow, Dataprog, Data Lab, PubSub, and Genomics. And data storage and databases. Sir, cloud storage, Bigtable, Data Store, Cloud SQL. Someone was telling, when I give you some 100 GB of the data, sir, how can I store it? Sir, you can store it in the database, someone was telling. Sir, do we have the database available in the Google Cloud? Yes. You have the databases, you have the data warehouses, sir, you have a Spark systems, you have a Apache Beam systems, you have a machine learning components, plenty of the things. Sir, I wanted to access control, you have the access control features are also there. So everything is there in the Google Cloud Platform. So that's the reason plenty, I'm telling you guys, plenty of the opportunities. One or the other week, everyone in my previous batches, they are just pinging me, sir, thanks for your course, I got an opportunity. I did not expect, sir, this much hike I am getting. Sir, is the work is difficult. So this is the question is, sir, I am able to get the job easily, sir, but can I be able to work or not? Right, so that is the thing happening nowadays, because the plenty of opportunities are there. The problem is that if you don't learn properly, that is where the problem. Spend with me for the next 90 days, nothing but 3 months. Right, we are going to learn each and everything in a industry standard practice. That means however you are going to create a code in the industry standard, we are going to create such kind of a code and such a kind of a methodology we are going to build in, because I've been teaching this course from the almost 2 years from now on. From the last 2 years I've been teaching this one. I think I might not have told you guys, I am currently working as a full-time, and I am also a contractor at the Databricks. Okay, I've completed my master's degree from National Institute of Technology, Tiruchirappalli. I have done my master's degree, guys, and I have done many certifications in the AWS, Azure, and GCP. I'm a multi-cloud. We are working on we provide you the multiple services or solutions to the different. The major projects that I worked on for Mahindra and Mahindra, as well as Flipkart, I have worked on, and even I worked on 2 to 3 projects in the Accenture as well. So this is how about me, guys. So this is what is Google Cloud Platform and why we need the cloud platform. Some people will ask you, why do you need? I have told you this is why we need. Okay, I think people might be having some kind of a questions. So I would like to give you time, and I want you guys to tell me if you guys have any questions. We will try to answer it now. Any questions if you have any? Let's see. So yes, Vishwa. So let us make it simple, guys. Whoever is having any question, please raise your hand so that I can just talk your name, so that it would be more of an interactive rather than someone is asking, right?
Yeah, are you going to teach the database?
Yes, of course. Yes, of course, guys.
Yeah, which cloud?
So either you learn it in the Azure or AWS or GCP, one another is same. I come from the Databricks. Currently working at Databricks. Whether you learn in the AWS or Azure or GCP, it is one another same. There is no difference. Okay.
I have another question.
Yes.
Are you going to give your account to GCP account and Azure
I'm
account?
going to tell you. So account, you don't need to worry about it, guys. For any account, whether it is GCP or AWS or anything, don't worry about it. I am going to tell you how you can able to create an account for free.
Okay,
We'll
myself,
tell you.
I will create an account. Correct?
You can create free account.
But it will take a time, but it will valid
No.
only 50 days.
No.
No.
I'll tell you. In a GCP, if you try to create an account, it is a validity 90 days for a 2 rupees, and they are going to give you the worth of $300. Okay.
I know that, but for database it will take only 40 days.
That is enough, right? That is enough. You can create one more. No one is
Okay.
stopping you, right? You can create any. See, sir, my 90 days is completed. Still, I wanted to practice. Create one more. No one is stopping you.
Okay,
Okay.
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
Okay, can I pitch in my question,
Yes,
sir?
please. Yes, please.
So in my current workplace,
Uh-huh.
there is a data migration project going on
Perfect. Data migration. What is from where to where?
from a local premises to GCP itself.
Okay.
So what will be the right way to pitch in on a cloud architecture level? Because I am aware what we do in our project is it is a ELT process. First we extract load, then
Okay.
we are transforming
Of
it.
course. Of course. Okay.
Okay. When it comes to a GCP level, will the flow be the same or can we interchange? Can it be ETL?
It can be anything, guys. It's not something like so see, in cloud also you can have a ELT pipelines and ETL. So tell me, what is your source system and what is your target system in the GCP? What is your source system in the on-prem?
In on-premises.
Yeah. What is the source?
It's a IoT data. We acquire data offline.
IoT use. Okay.
Yeah, it's IoT data.
So from offline, so this could have been projects. This is covering. We are covering such kind of a things. Don't worry.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Right.
a
Such kind.
GCS. Yes, it's a
Huh.
GCS. Oh.
GCS to the BigQuery. This is such kind of see common projects, real world projects. Only I'm going to look into here. So even you before telling me, I know that this could have been a requirement because I almost worked on many projects. We have been covering the same thing.
Mm.
Okay, in the course
And
also it's a real time. Yes.
yeah, and one more doubt, sir.
Yes.
So, what is the key difference between making a ETL process in Python and in GCP at a cloud level?
Uh-huh.
So, I am very curious about it. When we do a ETL process in Python, we give a local server
Correct.
to extract. Then
Correct.
we write some transformation script.
Correct.
Then we are loading it to a database, if I'm not wrong.
Correct.
That should be
Correct.
the initial flow.
So the same thing.
Okay.
So in our upcoming session also,
Hmm.
we are going to see. I'm gonna give you some kind of heads up, sir. So this is our notes. So look at here. So this is one of the case study we are going to. I'm working on employee travel records. In the current scenario, this is what happens. So we need to extract the data, clean the data, transform the data, and load it to the BigQuery. This is one case study.
Loading it
And
to the BigQuery is nothing but Google data servers, right?
this is BigQuery is nothing but your one of the service in the GCP,
Okay. Okay.
right? And extracting is
Data
nothing but
warehousing service.
yeah, data warehousing. Perfect. So one of your services, whether it is on-prem or some other cloud or some other service in the Google Cloud platform, it could be. From there, you are extracting it and you're transforming it and you are loading it. While you are loading it, how we are going to what is an architecture? And the same thing for the case study too also. So how do we maintain the data validations? How do we transform the data properly? How do we log the events and monitor the events? Are any errors coming into the picture? Error handling, how do we monitor? So all of these things are going to be real time. We are going to cover that. So you'll be, getting satisfied with the course. One more thing, a lot of interesting things are going to come. Yes.
Okay. How important is data validation aspect when we talk about a
Very important, right? So if you don't validate the data, what is your end goal? To analyze the data or finally get some kind of insights. So if you don't have the proper data, then the insights are not going to be correct. So it is going to be wrong insights it is going to be giving you, which will be not useful for your business improvement purpose.
Okay. And what
Yeah.
is the feature name in GCP with where we do particularly analytics? For Azure, we have
BigQuery.
Azure Synapse, right?
Then
BigQuery.
BigQuery.
Okay, GCP it's big. Okay.
Yes.
That's all. I don't have
Yeah.
any. Thank you.
Yes. Yeah. Great. Thanks, Vishwas. Yes, Mangesh, you have any question?
Yes. Earlier you said,
Hmm.
the cloud company service has multiple projects and
Correct.
required
Correct.
fulfill the required project. So
Correct.
how earlier projects run for each company? It means, it's as per your sessions. I got the
Correct.
answer like a traditional way working and time
Correct.
taking. That's the reason it's come to the cloud company service.
Correct.
Correct?
Correct.
Okay. Okay, that's the reason the cloud company in the picture.
So the main thing is that earlier also people used to work.
Right.
Now also where people see the same thing is that. So earlier, if I wanted to travel from travel within the city to find some or buy some jeans. What I usually do, so someone will tell me the shop address, but I do not know what is the shop address. So I'll go to each and every person. I go to the nearby city and I ask, so where is that shop? Where is that shop? Everyone I used to ask. So people used to tell me this gully or that gully, but we never know it. And by end of some time, we get to know it. We may waste 1 hour or 2 hours. We finally find that address. But what nowadays happens is that you have a Google Maps in your phone. So this is how the trend is happening, right? So when you have a Google Boost, directly you go there. So you are saving a lot of time here. That's what the same thing happens. Earlier, people to do the same work, but they spend 3 to 4 months for an infrastructure setup only. But now that infrastructure setup can be done within 1 week itself.
Yes, it's time,
So
yeah, time
reducing
saving
a
and
lot of time. Yes.
yeah. And another question is, you say you save the 100 GB installation.
Correct.
Earlier
Correct.
is the server setup and
Correct.
all data center and all. But
Correct.
now it's completed all one package is like GCP, one cloud service. So
Uh-huh.
also we need to buy the space, right? From there also to install something, right? Any data.
We need to buy it. So I'm not talking about there is no money at all. I'm
Hmm.
saying that comparatively the money is less.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah. So you're not buying it here. You are, for your project, you are just renting them. It's like this one. If I got a job in the Hyderabad or maybe in Bangalore or maybe in somewhere, I don't need to buy a house, right? I can just rent it for some time. And like after that, I can move out. So the same thing here also. We just rent those resources for some amount of a project and later we will remove it. We don't need it, right? So that's what happens here.
Okay.
Limited
Hello, sir.
pay as you
Hello,
go
Yeah,
sir.
model.
that is only. Thanks.
Yes. Yes.
Hello,
Yes,
sir.
Sumit.
I have.
Yes, Sumit. Yes, please.
Hello.
Yes, Sumit. Yes, please.
Yes,
Yeah,
sorry.
sir. Sir, in my current organization,
Okay. Okay, Rajesh.
I work in Sapphire Foods, where I have a data in different servers.
Okay.
In terabyte, I have a data.
Okay.
Basically on premises. Yeah, basically we deal with the on premises. We
Okay.
have our own data center and our own server.
Okay.
So databases is basically load in different different servers in
Okay.
terabyte as well. So, sir,
Okay.
we can also do. Sir, is there any concept of data engineering and that on premises we can do?
See, data engineers are also working in the on-premises. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
earlier, now that we have the cloud, we are making use of it. Okay. So,
Okay,
but
okay, sir.
earlier we do not
Mm.
have the cloud. People were still
Mm-hmm.
the data engineers were there. They were doing it. But the
Okay,
comparatively, the way that they were working is lot changed. Okay.
okay,
So that
okay,
is what we are talking about. Yes. And such a kind of
okay,
a
sir.
things that we have to learn in this course. Yes.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay. And yes, Siddhartha. Siddharth. Okay, Manikanta, you have any question?
హాయ్ సార్.
Hi.
నాకు కెరీర్ గ్యాప్ ఉంది సార్. యాక్చువల్ ఆల్మోస్ట్ 10 ఇయర్స్ కెరీర్ గ్యాప్ ఉంది. దాన్ని ఎలా
Okay.
ఫిల్ చేయాలి ఏంటి?
That's not a problem. First thing is that you now know that you have the gap and you now know how do you fill it also. So buying some kind of a things outside, right? So that you
ఓకే.
already know. Once you know it, so you need some kind of a course which gives you a lot of opportunities. See, end of the day, I buy anything and if I am not getting opportunities, that is the problem, right?
యెస్. యెస్.
Right. So the thing is that with the GCP plus Azure in this course, right, we are going to give you plenty of opportunities. See, in this course, will give you 20 opportunities, guys. 20 when I say 20 different companies are getting interviews scheduled. 20 within 1 month itself. I'm telling you. Within 1 month or 1.5 month itself, 25 interviews plus getting scheduled. Do you think we'll be able to crack it one interview out of all?
యెస్.
That is what lands you on a job,
Yes, sir.
right? But if you go to any course currently, hardly they gives you 5+ calls, 5+ interviews. Any course, if you are going for a ML or you get calls, but getting the job is different. And you get Power BI or you get some other thing or some other thing. Getting the calls like 5 also, it is very difficult because data engineering is one of the foundation and plenty of the data engineers are required for every data project. So if I
Yeah.
take a typical data project, Okay, any data project if I'm taking, right? So there can be one project manager will be there. Okay, one lead engineer will be there, and one more, almost 6 to 7 data engineers are required, or maybe let me say just 5+. Okay, 5+ data engineers are required, and then one DevOps engineer and one Power BI or visualization engineer or one BI engineer. That's it. Okay,
Okay.
see how
Okay.
many jobs you are getting in a one single project. You have a 5 jobs. So such kind of companies are many. Such kind of a projects are many in a single company itself. You will be having a plenty. Even this is lead data engineer. Here you have total 6 jobs are there in a one single project. So that means you have a lot of opportunities. The number of opportunities are more. And one more thing is that when you go for GCP, you guys are getting very demand. It is because the very less manpower is there. Some of the people, tell me honestly, how many people know about the GCP 2 months back? Not 1 month back, 2 months back. How many people know about the GCP? Honestly, tell me, guys, how many people know about the GCP 2 months back?
I was not aware about
No.
it until unless a migration project
Huh.
in my work.
See,
It was
I
2 months
be,
back, which
huh,
was near to 2 months.
correct, right? So I have been working in the GCP projects like 5 years, and when I was started working on for one of the US client, right? At that point of time, even my the colleagues or even my family members, when I share that I'm working on a GCP, what is that, people used to ask me. Even last 1 year also, 1 year back also, when I say people are, I am starting training the GCP, who will join? 1 year, 1.5 year back, who will join for the course? You are teaching, that is fine, but who will join? So now, from last 6 months, when I put a batch, at least 50 members in a single batch, at least 50 members will join, at least minimum. Because now I've been telling this from last 2 years, some people already got 2 years back and they are currently working with Aramse. Because you do see, even though the project managers and lead engineers does not know about the GCP, they don't put you a lot of pressure to learn this one, do this work. So you have a flexibility to work on this area. So now I'm telling you only one thing, that is manpower is very less. The people, the companies are looking for the GCP data engineers, but there is no person who have a skilled experience, who have a course, at least the course knowledge also. Very less people. The moment you put your resume, I'm telling you, wait for 2 days, you get 10 calls in a single day. 10 calls in a single day. Sometimes people told me that, sir, I am putting my phone to shut down.
Sir, I have one more doubt. If you
Yes,
don't
please.
mind, can you answer?
Sorry.
Yes, please.
So I have a collective experience of four years
Uh-huh.
in the domain of data completely from the day one.
Okay.
I was more into analytics.
Okay.
I joined my recent organization like 1.5 years back.
Okay.
Here I am working on data processing and data validation aspects
Okay.
with creating insights as well.
Okay.
But some related to cloud, this is the first time I am learning.
Uh-huh.
So going forward, when I give interviews,
Mm-hmm.
will it be helpful for me? Like I have end-to-end data analytics experience, but
Don't worry about at all. So I'm going to tell you a simple thing. One of the pharmacy girl,
uh,
okay, one of the pharmacy girl, recently she got the job. I don't talk about every time the old things. Pharmacy recently, just 1 year, 1 month of 1 month or sorry, 4 weeks or 5 weeks back only. Pharmacy girl, has a she she was actually working in a pharmacy for almost 4 years or 3 years plus, let me say. And she was earning almost, she does not know about the data at all. Now you guys are coming from, and you guys might have done some kind of a research and coming to my course. And she was learning with me for last 5 months, and last 1.5 month back only she got the job. Earlier she was earning 2 lakhs per annum. 2 lakhs per annum. That means, tell me guys, how much is the monthly salary? somewhere around 18K. Now she's earning 12 LPA. Tell me that 1 LPA, or I would say 95 LPA, 95,000 per month. So where is the 18K? Where is 95? So you have a demand. The until and unless, sir, if you attend my course regularly, I'm telling you guys, if you are just paying the money, sir, I'm attending the course, I'm just paying the money, and I will attend whenever I get time, and I don't practice it, but I go to the interview. That's not going to work out, guys. I'm telling you. Attend the course at least every day attend for a class, even though you don't practice it, but get 50% of the knowledge from the course. I'm telling you, 50% of the knowledge from the course will simply land you on a job. This is easy, getting the job. Because a lot of things I'm going to cover in a very simple way. And we have a notes also, which is designed in such a way that you have everything here. Before you going to the interview, you just have to look at how do you explain your project, what you have done in the project, and what is your role in the project, and what is the architecture of your project, and did you work on everything in a very detailed way. We have the notes and we are going to cover, so that I'm telling you, there's no way to reject you because you do not know something. Because I am covering Python, I am covering the PySpark, I am covering the real world case studies. Will be having a interview questions also. There's no point to just remove that no from your dictionary, guys. I'm telling you, there's always a job. The only thing is that for some people, after the course 10 days itself they get the job. Some people get 15 days, some people 20, some people 1 month. But hardly, it is just a matter of time, but you are going to get the job.
సార్
Yeah.
యాక్చువల్ నాకు డౌట్ ఉంది సార్. నాకు యాక్చువల్గా పైస్పార్క్ అంతా వచ్చు సార్. యాక్చువల్గా నాకు నాకు ఎక్కడ ల్యాక్ అయ్యానంటే ఓన్లీ క్లౌడ్
Okay.
సర్వీస్ దగ్గర ఒక ల్యాక్ అయ్యాను సార్. నేను అది ఎలా అంటే
We are going to cover, don't worry about that. So you are going to learn what is this Google Cloud, what are the different ways to work, GCP walkthrough, so as well as GCP locations, IAM and admin, all of this, installing Linux also I'm going to cover. So this is a full package of the course, guys. You can think of a full stack data engineer kind of a course, this one. So everything I'm going to cover, don't worry about
How
it.
much Python is important to become
I'm going to teach, don't worry. So these are the things are enough.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to teach chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4. So until the classes. Okay, classes, functions, file input output operations, exceptional handling, loops, if else statements, data structures and data types. That is enough. Okay,
Sir, how
so
will
this
you justify the experienced persons? I mean,
huh,
if I
okay,
go
that's a
and
good question. That's a very good question. I'm going to talk about that. Okay, sir, how I can mention that my experience? Sir, this is a question for every batch. The people will ask me. My answer is very simple, sir. You have 2 years of experience. Or, sir, I have 3 years of experience. Or some people will be having 5 years of experience. Some people will be having 7 years of experience. Some people will be having 12 years of experience. Some people will be having 12 years of experience. Last in my previous batches, one of the guy was 14. That is the maximum that I have handled. So 2 years. What you have to do? So you may be working in some area. Yes or no? Right, sir. In 2 years, you may be working in some testing background, or maybe some mechanical background, or a production background, or you are working in some call center job. Whatever it is, you will be having a certain, you are working in some company. So what you have to do, you learn my course, you prepare your resume saying that last 2 years working on GCP or Azure, GCP plus Azure or GCP or whatever it is. I say GCP or Azure because we are covering both. And prepare your resume and go for the interview. Okay, so this is how you have to do it, guys. When you go for
so
interview,
how
you
it
get
is
cards.
different? How it is different from DevOps? I mean, I'm into administrator role, and after
Huh?
maternity leave, I have to join back. So rather
Okay.
than going for a 24/7 profile, I want some profile which where I can manage it daytime.
So usually these kind of jobs are a daytime and these are manageable easily. Comparatively DevOps guys, so people will not know about actual thing about the DevOps. They think that there's no coding and they just join it. But I'm telling you guys, DevOps is a good course, but that is usually for the 5+ years of experience. When you have a 3, 4+, 5+ years of experience, that gives you a good role. But just having 2 to 3 to 5 years of experience directly going to the DevOps, two things: there is coding, first thing, and one DevOps engineer works on a 3 to 4 projects. There's a lot of headache. There's a lot of headache. There's a lot of pressure for the DevOps engineers. So if you are committed to it, that's totally fine. Okay, but if you are not committed to it, so if you don't know the reality of it, that's where ending up spending your entire 12 hours in the company only every day. Okay, so a developer is something that who you develop today something and you arams work for the next 2 days or 3 days freely. Again you develop something and you work for 2 days 3 days arams, and you work on the development environment, testing environment, when you're working in the production is safe. So such kind of things, right? So you get time in the development. But as a DevOps engineer, one DevOps engineer has to support 3 to 4 projects or sometimes 2 to 3 projects, right? So that's where again here coming back to, sir, if I'm having a 2 years of experience, I am going to attend my course, you are going to attend my course, you prepare your resume in such a way that so you worked on the 2 years on last 2 years on the GCP or Azure, and you attend for the interview or you apply for the companies. Similarly for the 3 years. So sir, if I have a 3 years, sir, if you think that our last 2 years I cannot manage, you can mention 1.5 also, that's fine. So the same thing, sir, rest of the 0.5 years where I am working, the current project, whatever you are, wherever you are mechanical about, you can mention, that's not a problem. And for example 3 years, you can again mention 1.5, and the rest of the 1.5 you can say that, sir, currently earlier I was working on some call center, I switched to this one, or earlier I was working on a testing project and I got a chance to work on the GCP data engineer. Sir, earlier I was working on a mainframes background, but I got the chance to work on the GCP. So that's how you manage it, and you prepare your resume, you go for an interview. Similarly here, you say that, sir, I have 2 years of experience in the GCP, and you create your resume like this. For a 7 years, the same thing you can mention 2 years. For a 10 years, you mention 2.5. And for this one, again you mention 2.5, or you can mention 3 also, not a problem. And if it is also, you can mention 14 years also, you can mention 3.5. So this is how you have to manage your course, everyone. So this is how you have to manage your course. Okay, whether you are having experience, you have to attend the course properly, learn the things, and we have to justify in the resume saying that, sir, I have worked on this many projects, and you put it in your resume and you prepare your resume accordingly and you go for an interview. No one will stop you. Okay, no one will stop you. Yes, any question now here?
Hi, Saidul.
Yes, please.
My name is Tausif.
Yes,
Uh,
yes.
w- while I was hearing your conversation, so I
Uh-huh.
see that a pretty clear picture
Yep,
of what can I expect in the next 3 months.
correct.
However, I'm still coming in terms of a
Uh-huh.
prerequisite. What are the prerequisite for this course, and will you cover them, or should I cover it outside? What if I don't
This,
know that?
yes, it is SQL. That's the prerequisite, guys.
Okay,
Okay,
so SQL
basic
deep knowledge.
basic knowledge on the SQL. Rest of the things are we are covering. Basic knowledge, if you have, that is more than enough. And if you do not know it, also our management will help you on the SQL also. Okay, I may not be teaching, but our management is there, right? Learnomate management will call you, and if you need any help on the SQL, also they'll support you. Okay, on that also. Yes.
Okay, fine. Thank you so much.
Yes. Sir, SQL is the prerequisite. Basic knowledge on the SQL is the prerequisite for the course. If you are not able to learn it properly, sir, I do not know how much I have to learn. I do not know what I have to learn. Don't worry about it. So if you just raise it to some kind of a concern, our management team will connect you with you and try to help you on that as well. Okay. So for that one, you please fill the information that in the chat box they are saying that, right? Feel free to enter
One
your
more for
details. That's what.
course.
Yes, please.
How many months are course?
So course is 3 months, guys.
Okay.
Yeah, 3 months.
హాయ్ సార్.
Yes,
Hi,
please.
sir.
Hi.
యాక్చువల్గా మనం డేటా ప్రోక్లో చేస్తాం కదా స్పైస్ పార్క్ కోడ్.
అవునండి, అవునండి. ఎస్, ఎస్.
డేటా బ్రిక్స్ ఇవి ఇచ్చేస్తున్నారు. ఇది ఎలా ఎగ్జాక్ట్ గా ఎలా చేస్తారు సార్? అది
So
రియల్
it's a
టైం
lot. It's a process. I'll tell you, but don't worry about it. Either it is a data proc or see, it's like this one, sir. I know the car driving. You can drive the car, or you can drive the Thar. You can drive the Maruti. You can drive the Tata, or you can drive the Mahindra also. Right? You
Okay.
can think of like a data proc is Thar and nothing but a Tata. Data bricks is nothing but a Mahindra, and EMR is nothing but a Hyundai. Right? So these are different car brands you can think of. So if you know the driving, you can able to ride anything. Okay?
Okay.
So we need to know the how to drive it so that we can drive anything. Whether it is tomorrow someone say data bro, hey, you work on the data bro, I can work on it because I know driving.
Yes,
Right?
okay.
So that's what. So that's how we are going to learn. So tool should not be a constraint for us. As a data engineer, tool should not be a constraint. We should focus on how do we drive it. What is the underlying technology that we need to know? So the underlying technology could be SQL, Python, PySpark, and Apache Beam. So these 4 things, if you know it, I'm basically Linux. So if you know it, all the tools are, we are going to drive it easily. Okay?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So we will learn us in such a way that I'll tell you also in our upcoming sessions. Yes. Yes. Any other questions, guys?
Hi, sir. This is
Yes.
GCP and DevOps and Azure. That is
No.
different courses, right?
Sir, this is GCP plus Azure data engineering. Okay.
Yes. All
Okay.
thing is data engineer. That is GCP is Google Cloud and Azure is Microsoft and
Correct.
DevOps is there in
No. There's no DevOps. Here
Amazon,
we are
right?
learning the data engineering.
That is
No.
three things is data engineer, correct? That is only three parts is there, right? Only
It's not
this.
3 parts. It's not 3. Okay. So your
That is
understanding is
different one, right?
See, you have to understand data engineering is a role.
Yes.
Okay. So you can work
Yes.
as a data engineer. This is a role.
Yes.
Okay. And GCP, AWS, Azure are cloud platforms.
Yes.
Okay, these are the cloud platforms. So what you do, sir, I got the data engineer role. You work in this area. So this is your platform, cloud platform where you work every day. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So as a data engineer, I can work in the cloud platforms. As a DevOps engineer, also I can work in the. I am an application developer. You can also work it here. In our course, we are focusing on the data engineering. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're providing in three GCP and AWS Azure,
No.
right?
Two. So
One
AWS and Azure.
GCP
So
and
which is
Azure.
having Azure, which is having a lot of opportunities. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Which one is Azure? Azure means
Azure also a Microsoft.
Microsoft, right? That is
Yes.
Azure is the
Provider is
some different
Microsoft.
tools, right?
Different tools. We are learning different tools here. Here also we are going to learn different tools. Yes.
Yes, Azure means in Synopsys and Azure
Huh.
and
Correct. Data Factory,
Data
ADLS,
Factory and
all of
Data
those.
Bricks with
Databricks.
Spicework.
Yes.
Which language is providing in scripting
So,
language?
so we are learning the SQL. We are learning the Python. We are learning the PySpark. We are learning the Apache Beam, and we are learning the basic Linux also. These are the languages that we are focusing on. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Any other questions, anyone?
So
So
this is related to GCP. Like once after creation of an account, do we need to uh, delete the subscription or something in
I'll
order
tell
to
you.
not?
Not required. For a
Okay.
GCP, it is not required. Azure also not required because we are creating the trial accounts. No worries. But I'll
Okay.
tell you how do you manage it properly in our upcoming sessions.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure. Thank you. Yeah.
So those guys who are not getting to know the GCP or Azure, or I don't still I'm in a dilemma. By the end of the course, I'm telling you, you will only telling me, or you are going to tell some other people also saying that, sir, GCP is this one and Azure is this one, and this is what I have learned, and this is where I'm going for. You get a better clarity by the end of the course. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Any other questions? Anyone?
Sir, that is only one doubt here. Databricks are using GCP or only Databricks with using Azure?
You can also use, actually Databricks is a multi-cloud platform. Okay. Databricks can be used on GCP, can also be used on Azure, also on AWS.
Okay.
Yes. If you go to Databricks, right? Databricks platform, public documentation, if you go, right? So you should be able to see here AWS, Microsoft, and Google Cloud. Databricks supports all the three cloud platforms. Yeah. Yes. Any other questions? Anyone? Javed. Yes.
Yeah, hi. So, by any chance, can you please include one or two sessions about basic SQLs, basic
See, for,
SQL?
no, for sure, right? See, not. It's not that from the scratch I'm going to teach you, but we have the SQL sessions for you to, when we are working on the BigQuery, for example. So I give an assignment for you to do it. That is one thing. I take a case study. I am going to ask you, and we are going to solve these questions from the basic to the advanced, so that you guys are getting perfect. That's what I
Will
say.
be covered in that.
Right. So that our main agenda is that we wanted to, if you come with a basic knowledge, I make you to get perfect or get an intermediate knowledge in the SQL. That's what we are going to do for sure. Yes. So we are going to cover. I take this question. I ask you to write this query. If you are not able to do it, how do best you can able to write it? What is the best way to write a syntax in the SQL? Similarly in the Python, PySpark, and all of those things for sure. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. Yes. Ganesh, Priyanka, anyone?
Yeah, my
Yes,
question
please.
is like in BigQuery, are you going to cover from basic functions to advanced functions?
So in a BigQuery, so you can see here, we are going to cover what is BigQuery, the architecture of the BigQuery, limitations of the BigQuery, and data types. And working with the BigQuery, see what is the hierarchy, different ways of creating the table, such as from the editor, loading, from the GCS, Cloud Shell, Cloud Editor. So how do you do it from the BigQ load commands also, different ETL services as well. Okay, you have the code available. And so a practice purpose, you have a data sets. What is native table? What is external table? What is partitioning? What is clustering? And benefits of using the partitioning and clustering, and how do you create them with a different varieties, and when do we go for it, and what is the way to select the best column for your partitioning. That is second thing. And
And the
working with an array.
BigQuery special functions?
Special functions, that's where I'm coming into. So not fully, so there are plenty of the functions will be there. That's a practice that we have to learn. So you don't need to learn all the functions, the methodology you have to bring in. So that means this is how we have to tackle the question, right? So for example, if I have a array, so what kind of a functions that we are covering? JSON value, JSON extract a scalar. So different functions will be there, right? So when you are working with a different arrays, we have a 4 type of arrays, right? So simple JSON, string plus JSON, string list, and JSON. There's an array kind of a data. So different varieties. How do we solve it, and how do we use multiple functions here? JSON value and all of those things. And nested and repeated fields
Yeah,
also. Here you are going to see a few more
yeah,
things.
yeah. Currently, I'm working on the big data in this big data Hive and PySpark pipeline is there, and
Okay.
currently that pipeline are going to migrate into the GCP BigQuery.
Okay.
So that's why I asked, like, are you going to cover the special functions?
The special functions, you, any course you join, right? They don't focus on the functions. Okay, no course will actually focus on the functions, because a function is a requirement, right? It's a requirement. According to that, we have to find a function. How best we can do it, we are going to cover. And I'm going to tell you one more simple technique also, if one is trying to migrate from any other cloud to the BigQuery. So I have a one simple dialect also is there, the conversion functions. People usually call it as a Hive to the BigQuery conversion functions. So that I'm going to help you on that. Okay.
Yeah, inbuilt conversions are there
Conversion,
from
correct. Inbuilt
various
conversion, correct.
sources to BigQuery.
Correct. Yes. Any other questions, anyone?
Any developer means like Java, others developer people also be useful for this course. Hello.
Sorry, guys. Sorry. I'm on mute. So, if you are a developer and you wanted to learn what is Google Cloud Platform, what is our cloud platform, the basic things such as interfaces, locations, admin, account creation, Linux, right? So these kind of things you are going to get in this course also. But this is more leaning towards the data engineer. But these topics are common for everyone, whether it is application developer or whether it is a DevOps engineer. These topics are same. Okay, when you started working on the GCP. Okay.
If people are the Java background or any others background,
Yes,
Java
that
background.
is.
So this
So
course also.
where whoever, yeah, gives you some knowledge, not maybe
Yeah.
30% of the knowledge, but not 100%. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Sir, I'm having 11 years of
Yeah, one
experience
question.
as a database
Okay.
administrator.
Okay.
So if I keep as a 2.5, so what will be the my role? Like it will be a team lead or it is a
Lead.
team?
You will be mostly going under a lead engineer. Okay. So you will be leading a team. Yes.
Yeah, one question I'm having.
Yes.
Are you going to cover the DAX and Airflow Composer, all
Of
the
course.
things?
Of course. Right. So that's important, right? So level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4 assignment, all. So total
Okay.
5 real world use cases. Yes.
Yeah, means how to create the
Correct.
DAX, how to place in
DAX from
Composer,
the.
and how to trigger it
Oh,
via
of
Airflow.
course, of course. That is minimum. That is minimum. For sure, we have to. You will be thrilled to know how you can able to create it in a simple, very steps and Cranja format. And how do we actually? I'll try to show you. Okay. So okay, sorry. Actually, for one of the evening batch, we are actually covering the DAX soon. We are having the DAX and we are creating the DAX. If you can see here. So this is how. Importing all the modules, variables. So you put all the variable sections, arguments, and for a running a SQL query, defining the DAX with all the properties, defining the task with a different things, and finally defining the dependencies. We are going to create this code and upload this code to the composer and run the code and trigger it manually and schedule it also. Yes. And if something goes
Okay,
wrong, how do we
got it.
check it in the logs also to find an error?
Yeah, in
Right?
Airflow.
Yes. That's also covered.
One question
Thank
from
you.
my
Yes.
end.
Yes, please.
The Databricks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so do we create an account on the Databricks site directly, or do
Not
we go
required.
through
You
GCP
can
or Azure?
go via GCP or even Databricks also does the same thing. Either you can go via GCP or Azure. So usually you can use GCP or you can use Azure also. I'll tell you both if you wanted to do it. Yeah. It's just a
Okay,
one
I
single
mean,
click away once you have the accounts.
okay, I mean, if we go through Databricks directly, so is it a different way
No, it's the same thing. See,
than going to
whether
GCP or
you
Azure?
whether you are going to the direct or whether you are going with the cloud accounts, one another, the interface and everything is only same. The underlying infrastructure is on the cloud. That's it. Okay,
Okay,
everything is same. Yeah.
okay, yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Will we get the course completion certificate at the end of the course?
Of course, our management team will help you on that. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Any other questions, anyone?
Hello, sir.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Actually, I am on notice period. I have a 90 days. I am serving 90 days notice period.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah. So that is yeah, at the end of that 90 days. Uh, my chances to getting a job. I am stuck in that. So
So you,
what?
after completing the 65 days of the course itself, you can go for the opportunities.
Okay,
Okay.
okay. 2 days
You
my
don't need to.
first day of
Uh,
serving notice period.
okay.
Okay.
So you don't need to. So again, this thing for you. Most of the people
Okay.
are trainers may not tell you this thing, But I'm telling you this one, guys, you don't need to complete the course and go for an interview. I wouldn't suggest that. Complete 60 to 65 days and try to prepare your resume. Sir, how can I prepare the resume? You go for my interview tab, dedicatedly create for your candidates only, for the candidates. Go to my interview tab, click on the resume templates. You have the 10 plus 15 plus resumes are there. Create your resume one, put it in the Naukri, you start getting the calls. Okay, by the end of the course,
Okay.
you may
Okay,
get the
sir.
job, you may getting more calls also. Okay.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Sir, hello.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
How much max data we can handle by these platforms?
There's no limit. So I have never checked it, but there's no limit. We've seen tables having terabytes of the data also.
Terabytes. Okay.
2 terabytes of the data also we have handled. Yeah.
Okay. And at what point of time we will get the interviews questions?
You have it here already. So see, if you are guys are starting the course, you are getting everything. So see, this is a dedicated notes. Maybe in the tomorrow's class, I'm going to tell you guys how do you access everything, because you will be thrilled to see everything in a one single window. So you have an interview, resume templates, interview introduction, and project explanation, architecture, project explanation, architecture, data engineering theoretical questions, data engineering SQL questions, Python questions, PySpark questions, those who are going for a certification also. Everything is there under the interview tab. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Once you enroll for the course, you get an access to this one. Yes. Okay. Any other questions, anyone? Okay, so no worries. If you guys have any questions also, you can ask me tomorrow also. We are having sessions regularly. Okay. So don't worry about that. You can join tomorrow and you ask me more questions. Let's have a few interactive sessions only and make ourselves comfortable to the
Hello.
course. Right. So we will see many things, guys.
Hello.
Yes, please.
Hello.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Yes, Sagar this side. My
Yes,
engineering was
yes.
completed in hello.
Yes, tell me, tell me.
My engineering was completed in 2018, and I took a gap of 2 years. After that, I worked on Core Integra TCS Ion for 3.5 years, and now I have left, and I am on notice period. Can I get a job in this data engineering?
Of course, why not, right? So you can get it. That's not a problem. Having said that, put your effort and learn the course for next 3 months. Okay, you have to start learning it. So you should be having a learning mindset. Start attending the sessions every day. Practice the things. Complete the assignments. Of course, you will get it. There's a plenty of opportunities. Yes. Okay. Okay, guys. Thank you all. I hope you have learned something today. And if anyone have any questions also, we will see it tomorrow as well, guys. Don't worry about that. Thank you,
The
guys.
one last thing,
Yes.
the
Yes.
classes will be from 8 to 9 every day, right?
Every day. Yes. 8 to 9. Yes.
Okay. And whatever the
So you need
topics
to join
are
with the same
related.
link.
Yeah.
Let
So
me
then
finish first, if anyone is speaking. If there is any assignments related to the topics that will be reviewed by someone.
you will be having an answers in the notes itself.
Yeah.
Somewhere
Okay.
you do not know it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Yes. Yes,
Sir, when
please.
are actual sessions going to start?
It's already started from today. Okay, I told you right why we need the cloud and Google Cloud Platform. Tomorrow I'm talking about the GCP interfaces. Okay, maybe for next 3 sessions, half an hour I'll take, half an hour to clear your doubts. But after that, it's already a regular session. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay, guys. Thank you all. Have a great day. We will meet tomorrow at the same time. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Sekul.
Thank you,
so
everyone.
much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.